We have a Scorpio full moon coming up at 11 degrees, either the 1st or the 2nd of May, depending on where you're from. So check your time. Scorpios fix water energy, so keep that in mind. Also have a think back to what you were doing around the Scorpio New Moon. They would have been the seeds and the intentions that you're planting. And now this is the full moon where everything's going to be illuminated and brought to light, so you'll be able to see everything clearly for what it is. Scorpio energy could bring up very powerful, controlling kind of energy. It's rising from the ashes vibes, trauma, very psychological kind of energy, very transformative. A lot of truth can be revealed because Pluto and Scorpio are very much that energy of like the detective, can be a bit mistrusting, suspicious. If people have been lying, then that bullshit radar is going to be pretty hard. People probably won't get away with it. It can also be a very possessive, manipulative, jealous, and vindictive kind of energy. See, like always, there is higher and lower vibrations of all of the energies for the zodiac signs. So keep that in mind as well. The higher vibration and energy of this Scorpio New Moon is going to be just very transformative, gaining a lot of power and feeling very powerful within yourself. Now, of course, I can't forget to mention that there is a little bit of a square to the planet Pluto in Aquarius. Now, Pluto is the modern ruler. The traditional ruler is Mars, so I will speak about Mars as well. But with Pluto in Aquarius, this is giving power to the people, but it's also giving mad scientists or it's also giving like hacking, cyber attack kind of energies. So be aware and keep in mind that energy could be coming up. It's also kind of crypto and the elites and the powerful. So we might hear more about stocks and crypto and all these sorts of things. There might be a lot in the news about power and control and rebellious type energy. Because it's a square to this Scorpio New Moon, there can be some challenges with like whistleblowers and the truth coming out and what's getting told and what's getting shared on the internet. It's going to be like challenging energy because it's a square. Squares are like blocks, conflicts, bumps in the road, that kind of energy, like tension. If we look at Mars, which is the traditional ruler, that's in Aries, so it's in rulership. It's very powerful here, but it is in a square to an exalted Jupiter in Cancer, which gives off very like nationalistic vibes, like fighting for your homeland, country. It brings up themes around ancestors, the housing crisis, families, women, fertility, all that kind of stuff, like very Cancerish vibe. Whereas Mars in Aries, with that pretty big stellium that's still there, is very competitive, confrontational. We've already kind of seen that. The Saturn-Neptune conjunction was really about the oil and the conflicts between the US and Iran. And so this Aries energy, with Mars being really important in this full moon for Scorpio and the story that's going to unfold, could bring in a little bit of more of escalation with these conflicts. Some really kind of challenging news maybe, with things just not easing off like we'd probably hope for. And one last thing I will say is that we actually have a lot happening this month in May, because we actually get 2 full moons and 1 new moon. So keep that in mind, depending on where you are and where you're located, because obviously the dates might change a little bit. I'm from Australia, so we're ahead in the time zone. So just keep that in mind. But technically there should be 3 lunations. So 2 full moons, 1 new moon. But let me know where Scorpio is in your chart and where this full moon will be impacting you. And do you have anything close to that 11 degree mark? Because that is going to be really important. Like a 5 degree, 3 degree orb will be quite a strong impact on you if you've got anything around 11 degrees. Consider the sextiles and trines and squares to other zodiac signs and planets as well. And like always, keep an eye on those Scorpio placements, people, even Taurus, because it is opposite. And then also Leo placements, because they do send squares that way to this new moon. Aquarius, because they do send squares that way to this full moon. Keep an eye on people with strong placements in Scorpio and in Leo, and the other placements that I mentioned. So King Charles has got a lot of Scorpio energy. He's also a Leo rising. Trump is a Leo rising. Vance is a Leo rising. Putin, I believe, has a lot of Libra, but he's a Scorpio rising. So like keep in mind that these people might be very prominent and important around this full moon time frame.